Hi, everyone. Welcome in. I hope y'all are doing great. I'm doing okay. Today, we're going to be making a mess. I just need to adjust my lighting a little bit. Nope. Is that going to work? I don't know. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully, you can hear me. I'm going to turn myself down just a scotch. Hello. How y'all doing? Hopefully, well. I'm doing okay. Um, Good morning, Heather. How are you today? Hopefully well. We're going to talk real quick for a few seconds, minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and get into this project because I have a doctor's appointment today. I have to pick up the little guy early from school. Today is report card day. And then I have to do some personal things before I go to the doctor. So um, we are going to be here and we're going to be in the moment and we're going to be working, working, working. Hi, Barry Crafty. How you doing today? So first things first, last week I told y'all, hey, I got this thing from Walmart for $4.97. Um, I'm not sure if you are familiar with Royal Lanker Lang Nickel, but they're a pretty inexpensive company, and I think they do decently for what you're getting. So I purchased this, and it tells you what you get. You got golden, so you got acrylic, you got some watercolor, all bone, and media. So I guess these are the colors. Okay, so you got golden tackling, and those are the purple brushes. The the red brushes are for watercoloring. The brown ones are for oil, and then the other one is all media. And we're going to be going with the all media brush. Okay, that's the first thing. So I did not show y'all that last week. The second thing is we're going to be doing a few things today. I want to wait till a few more people show up because I do have a very, very serious question to ask you. But I saw this at one of the Walmarts a couple of months back, and I got it probably last year sometime. Actually, let's see. So, oh, it was February. February, this 2 months ago. 2 months ago. And I got it for $3. I thought this was a really, really good deal for $3. Thought that was a good deal. So we're gonna be using one of those, and I got some paint from Michaels last year when they 2 years ago. I don't know. Got this paint from Michaels. We're gonna be doing a few blending things, and then this is from I want to say Dollar General. I think Dollar General. So that's that. We don't need this is not needed, but let's let's pretend that it is. And now we're going to talk about the start of the show. Two things. First off, last week, we did this glitter technique. I want to tell you that this glitter, in my opinion, is not the kind of glitter you want to do this project with. So I actually am probably going to go, not today, not anytime soon, but I'm going to look for some better glitter because this glitter I think is just it's pretty, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be more. I think a white glitter would be better. Um, definitely could work, but I want it to be more of a white glitter. And this is dried, so I haven't put it on because I was like, I don't really like that. And you see how it's falling off. So again, that's the issue. So we're going to be doing some paper piecing, some gluing. Right. Well, we were supposed to be doing one together. I'm not calling anybody out, very crafty. But anyway, so what I've done is I have pulled out my nautical Julie Nutting stamps. Not all of them, I don't think. I don't know. But I pulled out a few. Okay, give me 1 second to get my thing together because I went to use the restroom before I started and I grabbed some candy and I'm trying to that's why I was a few minutes late. But I grabbed those, and what we're going to be using, since the thing is a 5x7, it's too small for what I wanted to do, which is fine. But this is, I think her name is Seaside Sally. Maybe that's a mermaid. If you see this, it does look like sugar. If you see this one, get it. because this one, and it's like two or three that are very, very hard to find. She's one of them. No, I think Cece sells the little sailor girl. I can't remember. But these are fairly hard to find as well, but they're not as expensive. So if you see them, get it. And so this is the sea collect. I think this is like the nautical collection. And what I always like to look at, has nothing to do with anything. This is just my idea. All of the clear ones say made in China, right? Not that that's a big deal because most of our craft products come from China. Products come from China. But these right here are made in Taiwan. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you notice that these are different, they have a different, I guess they had a different contract. Maybe they tried something different and didn't work. These are acrylic stamps, so they're a little bit wiggly wobbly. Now, I had never did this before. I've never used this particular one before. Um, the die. And the die don't work, y'all. The die does not work. It works on its own because I did where I stamped out an image and oh, here it is right here. And I cut out her thing because I was like, we're gonna do some paper piecing. I'm gonna try to give you everything I got for the amount of time that I have right before I have to go. And look, is something wrong in the neighborhood? It don't work. It don't fit. This I stamped this out and die cut just the tail, right? So I wasn't really paying attention to the other stuff. But look, so I have this, and you all maybe could help me better than I could help myself. But if I do the top portion, right? So I'm over here, I'm trying to fix it in. Look at the tail. You see it's off. I did not change the triangulation of the tail of the stamped image, anything like that. It just, sometimes I think stamp companies do that. I have another stamp coming from another, I have another stamp set from another stamp company, and the die set is off. So this is how it looks. And it's off on this too. So it is what it is. Just so y'all know, that's why I didn't do this. I tried to, yeah, it is strange, as well as strange. I was trying to get everything prepped ahead of time, but if I was to match it up properly, it won't work. So what I wanted to do is fussy cut it out. But I just want to show you all. And maybe I just got a faulty die. I don't know if I would contact Prima about it. It's no big deal. I'm not pressed. That's all I'll say. I'm not pressed by it. But I want you to see. So I don't know. Maybe I'll stamp it out again. I don't know. But not today. I did stamp it out twice. So it's something off with it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I put it down and I let the thing curve. I don't know. It's not a big deal. But anyway, I'm gonna fuss cut it out with you all. I stamped them all out. I colored everything. And I was like, we can just get one project. So I do have a few questions for y'all. Hi, Mac. How you doing today? I'm okay. I just have a few. I have a full agenda today. I feel like I'm actually getting ready to go to work today. But I have a doctor's appointment, uh, physical therapy, uh, pre physical therapy appointment. So you go there and they tell you how tight your muscles are. You start stretching and exercising, blah blah blah. I'm like, that's what I'm here for you all. I do want to keep this piece intact, because this is a flimsy sheet of paper and we don't need that. But we're gonna do some painting today. So I'm okay with cutting this tail portion off because we're having struggles with that little piece at the end. How are you doing today, Mac? Hopefully well. I hope everyone's having a good start to your week. Yesterday was hot, hot. It was 92 degrees here, and that just only means it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. But I looked on the weather app because my son has been asking to wear shorts to school. Now, I don't send him to school in shorts because my son likes band-aids, and so he'll fall and get a boo boo. Like a little scratch so he can get a band-aid. He likes those things, so I try not to send him to school to cause those type of accidents to happen. But last week he fell, so he says, I was like, someone push you. I think my son would be, I feel like he's afraid to tell me if someone's doing something to him because I told him I was going to come to school and talk to, well, anyway, that's not needed. Yesterday I was explaining to my Twitch audience that I roll up on people. And I think I've told y'all that before too. Up to a certain point, like if it's worth it, I'm no holds barred about that life. And I was thinking about my mom as I do on a daily basis, and she was about that life. Not crazy plan for the day yet. That's awesome. Cray cray. Exactly. And so I got it from my family. It definitely runs in the genes. It's DNA, you know what I'm saying? So thinking about the things that my mother did now would probably get her shot and killed. You know how people are today, like her being the bam that she is. Then times have changed. So anyway, I asked him to someone push him because I was gonna go up to the school and s- get things right. Because I'm not the kind of person, if you hit my kid, I'm gonna hit you. That's not me. But you gonna do your job for my tax dollars, school administration. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about that roll up, let me fight the parent kind of situation because that's really crazy. Because I want to see my son, graduate from college, not just high school or the second or third grade. I want to see him make it. So I have to, fix my attitude about those kinds of things. Anyway, I tried the heating method and my mat is still warped. So I am a little bit disappointed in that. I watched this other lady, she was like ironing it. I was like, that's how the heck I got it messed up in the first place. So ironing it, and then she was like, put some books on it. I'm like, oh, okay, I can't do that right now. I have to do that later. Because I don't want to waste. This is a great mat. I like this mat, but it is a Michael's mat, so maybe, just maybe, it's off. Yeah, I thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. Yeah. So because you've seen parties. Oh my, baseball party, like baseball soccer things. What happened? The dad got mad at the other dad because the dad yelled at the kid for getting a goal or whatever. Same thing with baseball, right? So this is the only part I don't care about is this little piece here. So I'm just going to poke a few little holes in here. And that's why I was so excited about the die. I was like, yes, I'm going to die cut this real quick. So, because I'm trying to give you all the time that I have for, allotted for this portion. And I couldn't reschedule it because I have plans for tomorrow. I have plans for Thursday. I have plans for Friday. Friday is Good Friday. If you all are not tracking, Easter Sunday is coming up. I do plan on being live in somebody's Easter streets. I don't know what time because we don't go to a church of worship. But my aunt was big into Easter baskets for the kids, the commercialization of it. My aunt was very religious, pray, read the Bible every day, and things like that. If you know how Christians are, if something bad has happened, they leave it to God and let God work out the issues or whatever. So that's how she was. Um, and so the one thing that I try to make sure that I do, because I don't believe in traditional stuff, uh, I need to cut this out the other way. I do want to keep her and my son's relationship and legacy memories together. So I said that when until he gets to the age that he's like, Mom, I don't want to go Easter egg hunting. I'll ball a couple of eggs, get some candy, and put them in the little fake eggs, and me or the big roommate will go out and hide the eggs for him. And he's talking about it already. He's like, Mommy, Easter is coming up, huh? He said, I was like, yeah. He's like, is it going to be Easter egg hunt? So I'm like, of course it will be. And then I'll just, he dyed eggs with my aunt and he really enjoyed it. And so I don't want to take those memories away from him because sometimes he'll say like, I miss TT. Um, uh, Hi Tony, how you doing today? Hopefully well. I can't, my light, oh, there we go, is all up in my eyeballs. Thank you, very crafty. So, yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I probably Friday, and he don't like eggs, so and the big roomer don't like eggs, so I'll probably only boil like 4 eggs, and then we'll put like 20 total out. Some candy eggs. I need to go to Dollar Tree and get some stickers because my son is a candy thief. If he sees candy, he steals it, and I don't want him doing it because he don't like to brush his teeth like that. So, the first thing that I want to tell y'all is that I was going to try to paint something. So I want to say last 2021, not last year, 2021, I had been shopping around with my craft friends, and I've been like, hey, y'all, to each one, you want to do a Bob Ross thing with me? You want to do a Bob Ross thing with me? That's really good to hear, Tony, that you're doing good. You want to do a Bob Ross thing with me? And supposedly, the big roommate can art, right? Supposedly. I'm trying to open this thing up if you're wondering why I'm out of frame. Um, and I was like, oh, you know what would be a great idea? And I told him, he's like, yeah. But Barry Crafty and I are supposed to be doing a Bob Ross thing. Now we discussed this a while back. I never got back with her. So I'm not gonna say it's her fault we haven't did it. I'll take the full 50% of the blame. And she needs to take the other 50% of the blame. I never found a video that I wanted to look up and do because I've been wanting to do one so much. And I'm not sure if you all are familiar with YouTubers, but Sheila Art Life, I think it's Art Life of Sheila. This lady is amazing at painting, and she's just an amazing creator. I had put on my Facebook page, has anyone ever did a Bob Ross painting? She's like, oh yeah, I have. Listen, when she put that picture up, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna ask anyone if they want to do this with me because it was so pretty, so amazing, so just freaking awesome. We're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna pull out our handy dandy wax paper. Yeah, so we haven't got to it yet, but life is life, and if she's not having life issues, I'm having life issues. And then if we're not having them together, then we talking about other random crazy stuff, right? So it's not like it's one person's fault. I just feel like we haven't gotten to it yet, and we should get to it sooner rather than later. Um, I'm sure she'll get me later. I can't believe you. All right, we got our paint thing from last week. I've been trying to do a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes, right? You know how when you have like monumental fails, you're like, I ain't doing that mess no more. That hasn't happened yet. I just haven't had the motivation to do it. So I want to take a few colors and I want to try to color the ocean, make the ocean, right? It still has some plastic on there. But first, but first, we're gonna take some white acrylic paint and paint our canvas real quick. This brush right here is my favorite size brush. I just feel like I could do no wrong with it when I'm using it. Um, yeah, they feel cheap. They feel like they $4.97 brushes. I would say the reason why I got these, I'm not would saying, I'm telling you, I got these for my son and I to go on the back porch and paint. Right. So we don't need artist grade stuff to have a good time. But I would say if you're gonna get a cheap set of brushes, Michaels usually has their, Art Craft. Is it Craft Art? Art Craft? Craft Smart? Whatever their what are their paintbrushes called? I know we've talked about them before. They have those, and I would recommend those from Michaels. Artist Loft, because this one, you see the difference. So I like this brush a lot, and it's wide, and this one has some straight hairs. No worries. Hi, Chocolate City Sim. How you doing today? Hopefully well. We're over here making a mess today, man. Yes, Artist Loft. Thank you, Liz. So first, we're going to first. I need two. Get this. We got just plain white. I usually get this. I think it's called Snow White, and not like fairy tale Snow White, as in the color of snow. Pay me no mind. I had one cube of candy, and that's all I'll say. That's all I have to say about that. Look at me. Today is, can y'all, first of all, can y'all believe April is like here smacking us in the face, and in a few days, Easter? And then I was thinking this yesterday, right? We got this going on. I was thinking this yesterday. Nothing ever changes, right? Throughout the year. The with the calendar being, set in stone, everything is always the same. Because we have um the beginning of the year, we have Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, then we have Easter, we have spring break, March Madness, um, then we have Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, summer, or before that, proms. Then we go right into the holidays. I feel like I feel like April came. It did. It was before you knew it. I was like, tomorrow's April. Tomorrow's the first, and I need a video for 3 on 3. It was real fast. I just feel like, it's always the same. And we know this because, I've had this conversation with Barry Crafty about Christmas crafts, Valentine's Day crafts. And I have been trying to slow it down. I've been trying to just take my time. I don't want to rush anything. If I can stop and pull over and go to a garage sale, or stop in that store and spend an extra 5 minutes in the store, I've been trying to do that a lot more lately, although I haven't been going shopping as frequently as I used to. I still try to, I'm trying my best to just not slow time down, but embrace the time and moments, because, tomorrow is not a guarantee. I've just been trying to be a better steward of that in time. All right, we're going to use this little thin brush too, so we can get this going. Good morning, Samara. How you doing today, ma'am? I was getting ready to call you, text you this morning, and be like, I need you. But Barry Crafty answered for me. She what she told me we're not doing, but I was like, thank you. Next, like we was talking, I was like, I need another suggestion. I need another suggestion. I need another suggestion. But she did inspire me. And I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. And then she was like, well, what are you doing? I was like, I can't tell you. She was like, oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully, we don't have to shake the devil off today, y'all. And if we have a happy accident, as long as it's not on my body, we'll be all right. I do want to roll out the roller because I have an idea for some crafts, and I need to see if that's going to work. And so I'm just choosing one direction. This is not gesso, but it's just some white paint that I'm just going to cover up any of these little cheap blemishes. Most people do recommend doing some type of cover down. Yeah, I was keeping secrets. I sure was. I was like, no, you can't. I can't tell you. You know, it's so funny how all of our friends are, because most time when you have a friend that is as crazy as I am sometimes with some of my thoughts, none of my friends tell me no. They're like, yeah, that's a good idea. I say that because what was it, 2018? I said, Liz, you want to do a swap with me? And she was like, a swap? What kind of swap? And I was like, what if we do a paper pad swap? She was like, what? I said, yeah, what if we take one paper pad? I'll never, first of all, I'll never, ever, ever, ever do it the way we did it. If I ever do this type of crazy thing again, I'll never do it the way we did it. Um, just because I feel like it was so stressful. We have to put a number on it. But I was like, yeah, why don't we take a paper pad and make as many projects as we can out of it and then send it. We'll give ourselves X amount of time to make the project and then we'll mail it to each other. And she was like, okay. Not once did she say, that's not the smartest thing you've ever said out of your face hole. She said, okay. I was like, okay. So we doing the projects, right? We're doing the projects. And I'm saying, Liz, I don't think I ever told her like I don't want to do the project. I was like, why did you let me talk us into doing this? Is what I said. She said, I wanted to support you. I said, you should have told me that was some crazy talk and to stop doing whatever I was doing. But we did the paper project. She sent me some amazing items, and I think I did probably a unboxing or something like that. It was such a fun, stressful, I'll never do project again. I have still like 3 or 4 sheets of paper left in that thing. I'm like, I'm not. I'm done." But I think if I ever did that again, because I've been in collaboration since then, like kill that pad, smash the pad, destroy the pad, whatever it's called. And they're smaller pads, they're 6x6 paper pads. And and even at a certain point, I'm like, I can't see this paper anymore. Let me try to figure out what I can do. I think that's why I do so many like little books, because you can destroy a paper pad in a matter of 2 to 3 2 to 3 uses if you make, X amount of pages. But I was just like, okay. Even when I tell my like gaming friends, I'm like, hey, I want to try this. I want to do this. Okay, go ahead. Oh my gosh. It's never like, that's a little bit too much, don't you think? It's never that. It's a great idea. I just got burned out trying to use single sheet and yes, exactly. Oh, sheet. Yeah. Because then I was into making those purses, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then that, and then if you haven't been to Barry Crafty's YouTube channel, she's like one of these people that makes like really pretty, fancy projects." And I was like, "She's not gonna like what I made," but then I was like, "I don't care. She's my friend. She gonna take it and just be done with it." So today I asked her, I said, "What do you? I don't know what I want to create." And she was like, "Why don't you try this?" And I was like, yeah, what you got? What else? What else you got in your repertoire of ideas?" I'm just rinsing this uh white out. And she's like, "What about this?" I was like, "Okay, yeah, what else? What's next? What's next?" All right, so we're gonna move this over and let this one dry. I'm only doing 2 just so we could make sure that we if I make a boo-boo, right? So this is gonna be in the oh my goodness, ocean, right? Because I need another thing. I want to just go ahead and say I'm paying for this with all my own cash. Nobody gave me anything. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have somebody giving me craft supplies though. So anybody out there want to give me craft supplies? And then I'm gonna use a blue so we can mix this in. And then I'm gonna take that color. Which I got planned for the week. What's for dinner is always my, question. So we're gonna just stir this up, see what we get, the color. Okay, not enough till, but this is fine. This is fine, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like it's watery for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I haven't painted in a long time, so my professional artism is gone out the window. Ha, ha, ha. What's for breakfast is ma'am. I'll tell you what I want for breakfast. I told the little roommate, I said, if you're good, I'll take you out to eat. Although he's on punishment for not doing the best he could do at school. He's just showing up and, doing whatever. So I told him that, right. And he was like, I told him as he was getting out the car, like right before he got out the car. So he doesn't, I had that right. Don't judge me, okay? Just bear in mind that I cut paper more than paint, okay? That's all I'm saying. And so I'm sure when I pick him up today, he'll be like, Mommy, did you say you was gonna take me out to eat? And then he'll pull up. I thought you said I couldn't go out to eat until after your birthday. So we'll have to see if he remembers. And if not, then maybe we'll just go to mommy's kitchen and I'll make some pancakes. That's probably a better idea. I'll probably just make pancakes and buy some chocolate chips to put in there. Because I like chocolate chip pancakes. You know what I'm saying? I know some people don't like that. I'm just like, it's the inner junk food junkie in me. I like that. I also want to make some omelets, but these people I live with are weirdos. They don't really care for that kind of stuff. So yeah. And y'all watch Bob Ross? I watched Bob Ross growing up. Um, Used to watch Sesame Street every day. Because when I was growing up, chocolate chip pancakes, Tony, they the bun. They the bun. Usually get them from IHOP chocolate chip pancakes. So they're brown pancakes, chocolate flavored with chocolate chips in it. Mm-mm-mm. They used to sell these like crepes until the pandemic and they stopped selling it. I guess it was too many ingredients that they probably didn't. They probably ran low on. And the companies cut back. And now we at a all-time low on everything. The big roommate's car was in the shop for a period of time. And I don't know. I just wish people were able to articulate to their customers, this is what's going on, right? And not feel like they need to lie because we definitely didn't get good customer service. And you know how you didn't get good customer service? We didn't get a survey. Warm brownie bites topped with ice cream. Wait, did you make the brownies? Yeah. So Mac, I watched Bob Ross growing up. Um, and I didn't see the allure in him as a younger person because I was never into like painting. I was always into playing, hopscotch and jacks and all these other things. But I used to watch him because when you only have like four or five channels, uh, you watch what's on TV. And so it'd be like, so it used to be that old lady in the morning that used to do the chair exercises, right? And she probably was younger at that time. Then be Sesame Street for like an hour and a half. Um, then I think it was, Reading Rainbow, Ghost Rider. So I used to watch all of those. I used to get so I don't think I ever watched the end of Ghost Rider, but my issue with those shows is they never end them. So I don't know if the show got canceled. I don't know if they ever found out who the Ghost Rider was. Like I don't know. All I know is it just says negative Ghost Rider does not compute is where it came from or whatever. So my ocean is not dark enough. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go ahead and put this in. Yeah, but now like I watch Bob Ross, and after I watched his that documentary they did on Bob Ross, some of the things that he said then you may not have caught on to it, but after you watch the documentary, you're like, oh, okay, that's why he said that. And then it was a little bit of controversy that he stole the idea of wet painting on wet painting from his teacher or whatever, and his teacher didn't get as popular as he did. But overall, it was a sad ending because I remember seeing Bob Ross at the end of his life on the TV when he was sick and he was wearing the wigs and stuff. So um, it's very interesting to watch that documentary and have a different mindset on Bob Ross. Because I remember when I first started going to Hobby Lobby. If you all not familiar with Hobby Lobby, it's a store. Hobby Lobby is not everywhere. It's like at the lower half of the region for the states. It's not usually at the top portions, from my knowledge. I always thought it was a southern store, but it's not because it's on the west coast. So, um, I'm guessing half the region. They stopped selling his paint at a point. I'm saying 1817, 2017. And I always wonder why. And just watching that documentary, if what they say is true about the people that are handling his estate currently, then I can understand why. Where you get these brownie bites from? Very crafty. This is my curiosity. I just want the brownie bites. I don't need the other stuff. Although I like ice cream, don't get me wrong. Brownie bites are my thing. I do have a question for you all. This was suggested from a good friend of mine. I won't call them out, just because, unless they want the acknowledgement. When you go to a live stream show, craft, whatever, do you expect to see a Walmart? Thanks. Do you expect to see an end product? So, for example, if you come here and I say, okay, today we're going to make tags. Do you expect to see a completed tag, or are you okay with an incomplete project? Would you like to see the whole thing completed or nah? Me myself personally, it's in the Walmart bakery aisle in a little container. Oh, okay, okay, that's what I'm about. I think that I would like to see a completed project, so I always think that you would like to see a completed project, but I am not sure. Let me know how y'all feel or think, please, if you don't mind. Now, the one thing I wish I had is some clips. I've seen artists use like clips to hang their things, or they have like these little containers. But I was telling Barry Craft, I was like, I have too many craft projects that I do and I think that's why sometimes I get like lost in what I want to do because I have a few interests. So I'm always like, oh, I don't know. All right, so this looks more murky, oceany. Yeah. All right. Y'all saying something? Y'all having a y'all don't care? If it's paper crafts, then I think it's something that gets done fairly quick compared to something mixed media type that will probably take a little longer. That said, depends on the project and time limit. I'm here for the fun chats and interaction. I'm here for the fun chats and interaction. Get her done. Y'all going to any concerts? Thank you, Liz. Very crafty, very crafty. Anybody going to any concerts anytime soon? I don't plan on. Although my son was singing me a song the other day, and that was a good little concert. It was cute. I was like, "Where you learn that song at?" I know it wasn't at home. What Bearcraft said. What Bearcraft said. I'm more laid back and chill. I'm just like seeing the process and hearing a commentary. Well, thank you. All right. So I'm the only one that's like, give me, give me what you said you was gonna give me. Pay me what you owe me, right? She was right. She was like, yeah, people don't really come here to see a completed project. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I was watching. So YouTube is very good at messing up my algorithm, right? Because they'll send me stuff that I didn't know I wanted to see. And I want to talk to y'all about that really quickly. We're here for the ASMR. I appreciate that too, my darling. Um, I am not getting videos of people that I'm subscribed to right now, right? Um, yes, I am subscribed to a million gazillion people. So I get a lot of videos, right? If I don't open up the video as soon as it comes to me, it gets lost in all the other videos from other people. And I am subscribed to some professional companies. So, of course, you're going to see a lot of their contraband coming through. But YouTube, this whole situation, this algorithm is, and I'm not here to debate whether it's good, bad, indifferent, anything like that. I need a sponge. Um, I just don't care for it too much how they have it going right now because if you don't see what the people you're subscribed to puts out, unless you're not subscribed to a bunch of people, then you don't get that video, right? So I have to go back and look at the timeline and see, like, so the third, 303rd is a collaboration day for me, right? It's where we put up Christmas videos. I didn't get I don't normally watch the videos the day that they're released because if people in the collaboration, they may not have released it all at the same time or whatever. And considering it's like a not a real hard time that should be posted, I usually wait like the next day or 2 days later. Unfortunately, today is the next day. So I have a video that need, a live stream that I put out. So I don't get a chance to see the videos then, but I am going to the doctor, so I could probably catch up on it then. But I like to sit and give it like my undivided attention. Needless to say, YouTube has been flooding the recommendations with shorts. And one of the shorts they showed was the competition of Grammy nominees from like the 90s. And it was Luther Vandross, Tevin Campbell, Johnny Gill, Babyface, and somebody else. I can't remember his name. And so it was Whip Appeal by Babyface. I think Tell Me Which One Do, Tevin Campbell. Johnny Gill was Rub You the Right Way. And Luther Vandross, I can't remember the song. A House Not a House? One of them, but I mean, those are all, like, powerhouse performers, right? Like, all powerhouse performers, and I was like, "Wow," and you think about the categories and the crap that they have, not crap, the performance that may not be as top tier as the '90s were, and I'm like, that was a hard decision to make, because I thought it was gonna be Babyface with Pill, because I like that song over all the other songs a little bit better. Mm-mm. It was definitely, well deserved, well deserved, Luther Vandross. And so I was like, yes, because they put the songs that they went up against. Like now when people put out music, it's not always given like, oh, I love this song. It's so amazing. It's more like, that's what you got. Okay, I guess I'll listen to it. And it was just very interesting. So that's how my mornings usually go. Like when I'm frantically trying to figure things out, I'll watch non-important YouTube videos. But one of the videos I got today was very crazy. Because you know those shorts, if you haven't got, first of all, I would just tell you, do not do not go down the short rabbit hole. Okay? Because you'll end up spending a good 30 minutes to an hour with shorts. You're like, I said here 12 is 3. Mm-hmm. Because you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But it was very interesting. And one I saw yesterday, because I usually go down rabbit holes at a certain point of the day, it seems like. I'm like rabbit hole Nancy. Um, one was where these school teachers, I guess it's a school teacher podcast, and they were talking about what was going on. So the lady was like, the teacher was like, I had a student in my class that I took their phone from them and I gave them to in school detention. And she was like, well, my mama said, and she's like, you and your mama both breaking the school regulations because the girl was dressing inappropriate. The student was dressing inappropriate. I'm assuming it was a young lady because boys really can't get in trouble for dressing inappropriate besides, like the pants needing the belt or whatever, from what I've noticed and seen, unless it's a school that doesn't allow male students to have long hair. But that's something you need to look at the student, the bylines before you let your child go. Because my son has, but his hair is like to his butt almost, and I would wish the school would be like, oh, we need to cut his hair, because I've seen those articles too. My uncle tried to get me fired up. He's like, what if they cut their hair? I said, well, I'll be on in that school. That's all I'm saying. Because that is, never mind. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all have anything y'all love and somebody mess with it, you know how you can get, is all I'm gonna say. I'm quite sure all y'all are fools at some point in your life. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint this edge. Anywho, yeah. So those reels have you reeling, right? Because you be looking at them, whatever they call YouTube shorts, whatever. Um, and rabbit hole. So the teacher was like, yeah, so the girl had in school detention. She didn't borrow somebody else's phone. To my mama's on the phone talking about, you need to give me my phone back. She said, you need to tell your mom to come up to school. And so I read the comments, because the comments be the good part, not the video. The video is okay, right? But the comments, because people be bold in these comment streets, they say some of the profound and not profound things I've ever read. I'm like, where are you getting all this intestinal fortitude from? So we're gonna go with this one, because just to do it off. Now, I want to say that I think that in the ocean, what we're about to do, she gonna pull up, right? I think the water would be very clear, very, very clear. Um, because if you have mermaids living in the ocean, it ain't gonna be no green, murky water. So I wanted it to be just how I would envision it to be, some water, some stuff going on. And they live in a good environment. This is a different altered reality than the one we have right now, right? Because we be throwing too much trash in the ocean and complaining about it. Um, but I don't believe in cutesy mermaids, even though I made them in cutesy form today. I do think that if mermaids exist, that they eat people. Um, just because no one ever saw a real mermaid and got a picture, right? Just like Bigfoot. Bigfoot then killed everybody that came across him if he's real, right? all those missing hikers and stuff. I'm just saying, I don't believe in it, but if I had to, I would be like they're killing people. And the sea sirens, they all have stories for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. So anyway, put that there. I have mad theories. They're all just silly random theories. We're gonna let that one dry. And now let's go ahead and put this to the side as well. Let's see if I can't do this without making a big mess. Stack that on top. Move that out the way. My poor mat. I didn't destroy that little thing. All right. So we got this. And then I fussy cut this out. No, did I? Yeah, I fussy cut this. I think. I think I did. Now we're gonna get some glue. I was like, this feels too heavy. That's because you ain't used it yet, crazy man. Let's just swap them out. I love these. These are very, in my opinion, these are very good glues. Um, when they say made in the USA, they understand that we're struggling, right? So they're not very expensive. They only cost $3. So if you think about it, if you go to McDonald's, you can get a thing of glue versus something from McDonald's, a drink, right? Because remember McDonald's used to be like, oh yeah, we have dollar drinks. Not no more. That's all she's saying. Not no more. McDonald's was like, y'all taking advantage of this. Let's slow this down. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and glue her tail on. Rub this down some. So I have a mermaid. Besties. These are besties, right? I always think that you can tell fish from their tails. So I feel like this mermaid is a different family and this mermaid is a different family, right? So they could be cousins or something like that, but they're not in the same family. But this is me, like I said, I have theories about mermaids. They'll never be proven or disproven. And then we have, I guess, the little royal guards, if we wanted to say that they were royalty. And just in case you're wondering, this is called Besties. And this is Prima Julie Nutting Stamp. Y'all still well, I mean, you're in Vegas, so the lure, like I said, Vegas will lure you in and have you believing that it's amazing and you can't go home until you ain't got no more money. And usually people lose their money in the first day. So I liked Vegas for all the other things that they had to offer. Like when I went to Vegas, I went to the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum because I am in love with wax museums. I've only been to two, the one in New York and one in Vegas. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to all of them, and then I started seeing where they were, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna pick the locations that I want to go to and go there. So I did that, and the person I went with lost all of their money the first night, and we were there like 4 days. I was like, this is a yeah. Anyway, so this is called Besties, and you get these two ladies, some $10 and friends always. But I think I want to use this one that says Sandy Kisses. And I was gonna do these, but then I was like, nah, do we want to? Like, we probably could put this whale because these are small little whales. So we probably could put that whale up there. But I also want to get this seagrass out. I wanted to stamp the seagrass out onto um you grew up in Vegas, so is that true, Heather? Because some of the people in chat, I won't ouch, I won't disclose who they are because I know they don't mind, but that's on them. They live in Vegas, so I always give Vegas a hard time because they always give Texas a hard time. You know how I harass um Floridians and they're driving. That's how the Vegan nights. I think it's Vegan nights, right? That's how they be doing me. Texas. Texas. I won't say who that person is, but yeah. All right, so let's see how we're gonna do this. I think we want to make it a landscape card versus a portrait card. Yeah, let's do it this way. So Heather, you just a traveling young lady, huh? Let's see. I'm just gonna feel and see if I feel any tackiness. I don't. I don't feel any tackiness. So we're gonna just, yeah. Oh, please work. Please work. I'm going to use my go-to. Now, I want to tell y'all that the go-to smeared, because it's acrylic and alcohol ink don't really match. Now, this archival ink with the alcohol markers don't um, do so well together with this one in Copic. The other markers I use, which is Crafter's Companion, they work fine. They don't smudge that much. And my cheaper markers don't smudge that much. So I don't know if Ranger and the Copic people just don't like each other. I have no idea. All right, let's get this party started because we we getting ready to be on borrowed time, and I can't go in there looking like a who did it and why for. All right, so y'all see, we got that. Now, if she was a painter, I could come in and paint these lines green or red or yellow, but she not. She just a regular crafter making a mess like all of the other crafters that make messes. My mat is bowed right here where we're working at, so my images may not take. So that's what I'm trying my hardest not to press down too hard on the ink pad, but press hard on this canvas. And I think what I'm gonna do, yes, I'm gonna go back over it with a different color ink as well in different spots. So hopefully that works. Also, I want to ask y'all, well, so we did a Julie Nutting project last week. What do y'all think it would be fun, cool, exciting to pick a theme each month and work on that like that? So typically it's 4 to 5 weeks in a month, right? According to the calendar. So I was watching this thing before we go any further. I didn't see the whole thing, and I don't know who this young lady is, but she was saying how the West messes up thinking. She said something like, and I don't know who this person is, like I said, but like 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2. It equals more ones, is what somebody told her. I don't know if I could understand that mind situation. I don't know. But I was like, oh, that's a new take on math. Can y'all see it right here? I don't even know if this is worth it. I don't even want to flip it and reverse it. I don't think this worth it. But we're gonna do a few more. Because then in the background it can come out as you can see it, I guess. Oh, that's a nice one. Ooh, yes, darling. You got to get into it. But anyway, she was saying that that's 1 plus 1 is how the Westerners made people think. And I was like, didn't we colonize from the UK? Supposedly, right? Like everything can't be America's fault. I'm just saying. There's a lot of crap that is our fault. I'm not gonna take that from us because we can f up a good thing when it comes to stuff as an American, right? We got a lot of stuff that we need to work on, but we can't take the blame for everything. We're not that good. That's what I told Barry Craft today. I said, yeah, I just don't believe that we that smart. I don't believe that our government could do that. She laughed, she got quiet. I just like, yeah, I don't think we that smart. I mean, we got some geniuses, but I don't think they could pull that off. So we're gonna use some Mod Podge. I have a lot of Mod Podge ideas coming up, y'all. I really, 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 really want to do some Mod Podging. I was gonna do that today, but I couldn't find the thing I wanted to Mod Podge at all. Let me find us a little brush. Heather, do you like moving a lot? I moved around quite a bit growing up, and even as an adult, I moved around quite a bit. And I like stability. I just want to come home and sit on the couch and not worry about packing up because I got to move in a month or not being able to live somewhere. Uh, I don't really care for it. I say you don't care for it either. So the one thing that I am concerned about is that the Mod Podge will make the ink run on the other side. So need to be mindful of that. I'm trying to cover every crevice, and now my fingers are gonna get all icky. That's okay. That's okay. The beauty of crafting, you can wash your hands. It's very expensive. Very, very expensive. I think as a child though, I didn't like showing up in the middle of something, trying to make friends. Cliques already be clicked up in school. So uh, I really should have just put a little piece at a time and glued it down like that. But no, I was trying to be very adventurous. Don't do that. Do a little piece at a time. Don't be adventurous. Be smart. I probably could have used the fabric glue on here only because it's canvas. But I think we'll be okay for what we're doing. And I would say because we're not worried about wrinkles and stuff like that. Well, I'm not. If you are, then you want to be, a little bit more careful and mindful of what the heck is going on when you're doing it. But for me, I'm okay with it not being flat all the way down just because I have no problems with it, I think. Hopefully this will be your last move, right, Heather? All right, so now we're gonna put some sand dollars. We're gonna do this. Let's be smart about this, y'all. Let's hope I can be smart about my placement. If you do decide to use some Mod Podge and it doesn't work, it's great for you. The canvas is not paper, so you could probably use a fabric glue, or if you have a different glue that you have grown to love when you are creating and crafting, and you know that it's going to stick well, you could use that. But I would probably say the fabric glue could work great. And I didn't want to open up the Mod Podge and pour a bunch in because I didn't want it to waste. I didn't want it to waste. I'd rather pour more on because once it's out, you don't really want to pour that back into the container, right? I don't know. Maybe they went to the store to get some sand dollars for a birthday present. I don't know. Usually I do have a little story for our adventures when we're stamping or whatever, but I don't right now. I'm just trying to see if this is going to work out for me. Right. Then we got Sleeping Beauty over here sleeping. Anybody Mod Podge? We're going to be doing some decoupages soon, very, very soon. And I probably will do video versus a live stream for that because decoupaging takes time. I've done it in the past. I guess I could do it like TV show. $10 make them holla. Hey, do something strange for a little change, right? Oh, let me stop. I saw that on my Facebook post because of gas prices. And they had put it used to be make a dollar make you holla. But now it's like do something strange for a little change. I was like, oh my goodness. Because of, gas prices. All right, y'all. We're gonna do one more thing. I think we just need a sentiment right there. I mean, we don't need a sentiment right there, but I feel like I want to put one, and then we're gonna put some loose glitter. Don't at me, Bear Crafty. Don't at me, okay? Don't come for me. We're gonna use this glitter up because I bought it for a reason to put on stuff. I don't know if I want to put sandy kisses though. Maybe nothing. I got one more sand dollar though. Let's see. Wish they had the music emotes like on Twitch, right? They might, but um, I don't know how to do it because I have to add those emotes, the music stuff on Twitch too. So, and YouTube be stank with me sometimes. I tried to put music in the background, and it was like, no. You want some mute? They didn't tell me no, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure that crap out. If your arm don't stay on this paper, lady. Okay. Oh my goodness. This lady has lost all her mind. And you know who this lady is? My crazy butt. I'm just gonna pour a little on here. In case y'all don't know, I hate loose glitter. Hate it. Why are you using it then? Well, glitter's pretty. Oh my goodness. And sometimes you want a pretty project, right? And now that I done picked it up off the floor, we in it. Ah, too much. Okay, now I'm about to pull a Heather, I think, if I can. It's nothing bad. But she be flicking stuff. I want to do some flicking. Thank you. Told y'all we was in our mermaid season. What y'all think? See, I just feel like I want to see an end product. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that, but I feel like if you had sat here an hour with me, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll talk to y'all later. With no project to show for it is kind of I don't know. Even when I think about crocheting, because I thought about crocheting today, but I was like, that's too boring. And then the little roommate's like, crocheting is boring, mommy? What? He trying to give me ideas. I didn't call him. Shoot. I called him very crafty. All right, so I'm gonna try and make some the glitter. The glitter is everywhere now. I want some bubbles here. I do have some bubbles, but what if I was thinking if I took I was gonna flick, but I don't think I'm gonna flick. Let me see something. That's done. That's done. That's done. No. I think that's it. I think that is it. Don't have room for this guy. He's like, save him for another day. Yeah, I like glitter. I just don't like glitter. I had an incident where it got in my eye and I had to go to the emergency room. Could you imagine driving to the emergency room with one eye working and the other eye dropping globs of water all over the place from, just involuntary crying? So that's why I don't like glitter. Because it is the craft herpes. It's the gift that keeps on giving forever. I'm telling you, my son still got glitter in his hair from when he was first born 7 years ago. Um, I'm trying to look at something that maybe we could add to it. I don't see anything mentally that we could add to it. Y'all think of anything? Should I seal this glitter in though? Let's go ahead and try. I gotta wait for it to dry, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I need to wait for it to dry. Then I can seal it in. Samara be knowing me so well. See, $4.97. Anyway, y'all, I have had a wonderful time. I hope that you have had a wonderful time too. This is our project for this week. Next week, I think we're going to stay in the Prima Julie Nutting wheelhouse. But I also want to do some. I know Easter is freaking Sunday. Listen, I normally don't craft to the beat of everybody else. I craft to Brandy's beat. So I think we're going to do some crafting, some bunny stuff. I do want to try to do a live stream on Sunday. I'm not sure if y'all are, what y'all doing, Easter egg hunt and stuff like that. But it'll probably either be a Saturday stream in the afternoon for like an hour or two, or Sunday early in the morning, like 8 o'clock early. My time, 8 o'clock early. Only because I want to do some Easter crafts and I didn't get a chance to do that. I want to do a series, but Life was lifing. But I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you had a great time. I had a wonderful time. You available on Sunday? Okay, Sunday 8 o'clock. Then we'll go for Sunday 8 o'clock unless my son wakes up at the butt crack of dawn like he did. Even still, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do a few projects. So I want to say thank y'all for watching. I think I got glitter in my eye. I'm joking, but it is irritated. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. Until next time, happy crafting.